love what we do here, please consider backing us on Patreon. Please take a second and click the thumbs up. It really helps us out.
Ποιος είναι αυτός ο Δημάκης?
Ποιος?
Μην κάνεις την ανήξερη. Ξέρω ότι πήγαινες στον αγωνίσι και συναντούσες κάποιον εκεί.
Ναι. Ναι. Εμπρός. Δεν έχω φτάσει ακόμα. Εντάξει.
Δεν φέρες ωραία, μικρέ.
I like your hair a lot better like this.
And the Greeks are headlining this cycle of international scenes. I'm going to save the speech for now, and we're just going to dive right into these scenes.
Τι κάνουμε τώρα? Τα μεσάνυχτα έρχεται το φορτίο. Το παραλαμβάνουμε και ξημερώματα την κάνουμε.
Αυτή μέσα.
Ποιος θα τη βρει αυτή εδώ πέρα?
Το είχε κάνει αν ήθελε. Μόλις παραλάβουμε το φορτίο να φύγουμε. Θα προσπαθήσει να το σκάσει για έξω.
Όχι, όχι, άστο. Τον έχω.
Ποιος θα τη βρει αυτή εδώ πέρα? Εγώ αγόρι που είμαι νεκρός. Μεγάλο προνόμενο έχω να ανακαλύψει το πτώμα σου. Κανείς δεν σε ψάχνει. Πού είναι ο Μισελ?
Φέρνει το αυτοκίνητο.
Αργούμε. Το σκάφος είναι ήδη στη μαρίνα και περιμένει.
Είμαστε απ' έξω, σε κλείνω. Μην αφήσεις τον καρά να πλησιάσει, σε κοιτεύω.
Τίποτα κάνεις. Ψάξαμε παντού. Δεν θα κάνει πολύ καιρό να ξαναφάει.
Ακίνητος! Πέρα το όπλο! Ακίνητος! Όλγα! Όλγα!
Αντώνη, εδώ! Εδώ είμαι, Αντώνη, μ' ακούς!
Keep your hands where I can see them. What can you say? Excellent stuff here. This is very unique, very long running, definitely a 5-star scene. I mean, this is intense stuff. Good DID action here. You got the double gag with the duct tape over the cleave, which is rare and unique. But the scene itself, the damsel performance is excellent. This is a Greek TV series that lasted a couple years, 2006 to like 2008. This and the episodes seem to be in like 2-part cycles. This was part 2 of one where all this action happened in. The show is called The Stories of Officer Bekrus, maybe? Beka? Yeah, The Stories of Officer Bekus, maybe, something like that. It's interesting. Yeah, so I guess this older detective guy is Bekus. I don't know what's going on here. But the damsel is Doretta Papadimitriou. I don't know. I apologize for slaughtering the names. She looks like a young Annabeth Gish, though. Very beautiful woman. Good stuff. The attempted escapes are legendary in this scene. Certainly 5-star worthy. And I'm going to dive into the commentary right now. And now it's time for the headliner. Yes, sir. This is a Greek TV show, which we probably will see again. I almost guarantee it. Oh yeah, also earlier on in this episode, like right at the beginning, she gets into like this, I don't know if it's like an exchange or she gets robbed at gunpoint, but it's the guy who unties her later. It's like at these docks or something, I don't know, very similar where she actually gets snatched, but she's almost like gets into the same pickle at the beginning of the episode. But she looks like a young Annabeth Gish from the X-Files, Mystic Pizza, if you know who that is. During a lot of this, when you see her not in bondage, she's snatched away from some guys in like this shootout. This guy gets shot, she gets snatched into a car, and then next time we see her, she's been given the full treatment and a double gag. She's got a good duct tape gag over top of a white cleave gag, which I don't know if you ever get to see the cleave or not, but she does a lot of struggling. I mean, this is a 5-star scene with a very attractive damsel, very unique with the double gag and her being stuffed in the room. And there's a lot of great shots with her actually trying to call to somebody out a window, which I have put on steroids during this edit. But yeah, I did. I got the full episode of this show, and I did the whole edit of this. Gotta work within the copyright system, but it's I think we did a lot of good stuff here with this one. The quality of this is the best anyone's ever shown, for sure. She does a ton of struggling, though. It's really drawn out with her trying to get out of there, which makes this a very, very special scene. Interesting thing about this show, one of the things I was struggling with when I was making this edit was a music copyright claim. And one thing you'll notice during a lot of the struggling, you can hear this track in the background that I ran into trouble with. And guess what? You would never be able to guess what the song is that keeps playing in this, what they're using in this show. It's the theme song to The Matrix Reloaded, or maybe The Matrix Revolutions, one of the sequels, maybe both, I don't know. But they use the theme track for the Matrix sequels in the background here. It's weird that they got the rights to use this track from a major blockbuster U.S. movie. I found that interesting, that it's in this Greek TV series that came out several years later. This was a short-lived show, like 2006 to 2008, but has some good DID action in for sure. And this is good enough to headline a cycle, for sure. I think this is one of the best overall attempted escapes from a damsel I've seen in a very long time. So that's your headliner here. I think it's pretty solid stuff for sure. So that's what we got. Back to the TV. So what can you say? That was the main event here of this international cycle. The Greeks can get it done as well. They proved that here. And our next recap, don't know if I aired it or not already, possibly, is also a Greek scene that is also phenomenal. Not as long lasting as this one, but a special one nonetheless. So that's what we got here for this cycle. And you can look forward to the next. Pick up Caught in Traffic if you haven't yet. Check us out on Patreon. We need some support. So we appreciate you guys and what you've done for us. And I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks.
Δικό σου είναι το σπίτι.
Εγώ αγόρι μου είμαι νεκρός.
Το φορτίο να φύγουμε. Θα προσπαθήσει να το σκάσει για έξω. Όχι, άστο. Τον έχουμε στο χέρι.
Μεγάλο προνόμιο έχουν να ανακαλύψει το πτώμα σου. Κανείς δεν σε ψάχνει. If you love what we do here, please consider backing us on Patreon.